I moved in the UK age 15, barely speak English, got rescued by social services, placed into a foster home, homeless age 23. Just over 8 years ago, started my businesses with nothing to building a multi-million pound businesses that generate millions of pounds. So what I'm about to share with you today is the knowledge I implemented to build a business from zero to a multi-million pound business. So if you cannot spend 10 or 15 minutes of your time to learn the knowledge I've implemented to take businesses from zero to multi-million pound business, I've got a news for you. You're not gonna make it. Here are the key points we're going to discover in this short video. 1, the philosophy of business. Why are we starting our business in the first place? What is the reason we want to start the business? 2, idea stage, thinking small and then gradually expand that idea into a gigantic business idea. Number 3, the middle ground. This is the part I call sales and marketing, how you can market yourself so everybody would know who you are. And then number 4 is to go big or go home, how you can expedite that journey to make multi-million pound property business. Let's get to the philosophy of starting a business. Number 1 is the philosophy of business. This is your why. Why you want to start a business. So this is your starting point. Why do you want to start a business? Because if you haven't got a reason for doing what you're doing, guess what? You're not going to achieve what you set yourself to achieve. So why do you start your business? What is the purpose? What is your end goal? Because here's the thing, if you're starting a business, you have to have the end in mind, and also having a why is what gets you to achieve what you set yourself to achieve. So once you've got that why behind you, you then need to set your goals. Now, what do I mean by goals? By setting goals that you want to achieve. And here's the thing, when you're setting these goals, you don't want to be setting baby goals. You want to be setting gigantic goals, goals that will wake you up in the morning, get you to tremble a little bit, because obviously they're gigantic goals and you really want to achieve those goals. So you write those goals down. So once you've written those goals down, the next thing you want to do is to break them down into chunks. Maybe you want to break it down into yearly goals, half-yearly goals, quarterly goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, daily goals, and then you go on actioning all those goals, because that's what gets you to achieve what yourself to set yourself to achieve. See yourself as you're here and you want to get here, and then try to connect the dots to get you to where you want to go. So now you've got your why, you've got your goal. The next part is visualization. You need to visualize your dream business. How do you see your business? Where do you see your business in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years? What steps are you going to take in order to get your business to where you want to be? You have to see it in your mind's eye before it could manifest. I know it sounds crazy if you haven't done this before, but visualizing your dream is one of the ways to get you to where you want to go, because you're seeing the roadmap to get you to where you want to go. Maybe thinking, how do I visualize? It's by sitting down, basically concentrating in you as yourself, taking all these noises away, your phones, your TV, your children. You just sit down in a nice quiet place, try to visualize what you set yourself to achieve, because once you visualize that, it becomes a real thing. For example, the desk or the chair I'm sitting on right now was once a dream. It was once someone else's dream, and then that person visualized that, then created this chair, and then this chair then become being. And the third thing that you want to do, part of your why, is to think about giving your dream business a name. What name would you want to call your business? And here's the thing, when you're thinking about the name, you want to be thinking about name that resonate with your client, and at the same time, the name also relates to the product and services you're selling. That would help you sell your product and services. So if someone calls your business, then they know exactly what you sell. For example, I've got some of my businesses. One of them is Bah Properties. As soon as you call Bah Properties, you know it is to do with property. So in essence, you want to make your business sound relate to the product and services you'd be selling. And this is where you want to invest a bit of time here. And here's the thing, you want to make sure that that name, nobody else uses that name, in order for you to be able to trademark it and then eventually get it to be your own brand. So now you've done those things, you have set your goals, you've got your dreams, you have visualized all that. The next thing you want to do, part of your philosophy of this business, is to role model. So choose a model to inspire you. Find someone that is doing what you're about to do, someone that's doing better than where you are, so someone that you really inspire to, someone that you want to be like. So get those people, close to those people, obviously learn what they're doing, observe them, spend time with them if you can, learn about their books, find out where they're hanging out, find out what they say, model that, and then obviously help you. And here's the thing, you know, in university or schools, we were told not to copy people. That is an absolute BS. So the only way people succeed is by copying people. We're told not to copy, they're all plagiarism and all that. So all that is BS. In real world, you got to copy someone to be very, very successful. And here's the thing, doing that, expedite the process, expedite your success process, because it allows you to be able to mirror someone and replicate it in order to get you to where you want to go. Now you've got your idea. The next part is questioning. Ask questions to break down big ideas into smaller steps. So suppose you want to achieve something. Ask yourself, what do I do to achieve X? What actions do I need to take to achieve X? For example, for me, when I started my property business, I asked myself, what actions do I need to do in order to start closing deals? Obviously, I needed to put that time in my calendar. That was the first thing I needed to do, is to book myself in my calendar to actually remind me that I need to take action. And then when that reminder pops up, guess what? I leave whatever I'm doing and then concentrate in what I set myself to do. Building a business is a step-by-step process. It's not something that you could just make up and start straight away and start making millions and millions of pounds. You have to be patient and stay consistent in order to get you to where you want to go. Number 2, the idea stage. Idea stage. The idea stage is about you thinking small and then strategize nicely. Start with a service business to gain experience and greater income. Suppose you want to start a business, for example, say you want to start a clothing brand, for example. Maybe what you want to do at this point is to look for someone that is in the clothing industry that is really doing well. Go and shadow them, go and work for them. Basically, perhaps they're going to pay you a bit of money, right? Not as much as you would have thought, but maybe that then gives an idea of how that business operates, how the logistic is formed, where they're placing their orders from, how the deliveries are handled, how are defects handled, and how the business is actually running, how they operate, and all that thing gives you an idea of how you can start your own business. If you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content. Oh, sorry for interrupting this video. I just wanted to draw your attention to a guide I've just created. This guide is for you if you're looking to start and scale in property investment, and you've got questions that you want to ask in order to start your property investment. This guide is the ultimate guide to start and scale in property investment journey. I talk about the different type of investment strategies. I also discuss the 11 ways you can raise finance to make any property no money down deals, and the type of properties to buy in order to generate a serious return in your investment. And I'm giving this book away for completely free of charge, no string attached, nothing, absolutely free. Click the link on the description of this video to get your free guide now. We've only got a limited number of these copies available as well, so click the link to get your guide now. Let's get back to our video. Number 3, marketing and sales. Marketing and sales is a touchy subject. Not everybody likes to talk about this, but this is what's gonna drive your business forward. I call it the oxygen of the business. This is the middle stage of your business. Now you've got your goals, you've visualized your dreams, you have learned how to structure the deals. And now this is the stage where you want everybody to know about you. Most importantly, the niche, the people that really would buy your product and services. The first thing you want to do basically is to network. Network is an organic way of marketing yourself. Build a network of people with similar interests and goals. You may be thinking, how do I do that? How do you do this? Is by networking with people on social media, searching for business groups that you're in. Or perhaps you would like to go into in-person networking event. They have so many business events that happens in every location in the UK. You don't have to be in London, you don't have to be in Birmingham, you don't have to be in Manchester, you don't have to be in Cardiff. Every single city and town has a business networking event. You can go there and tell people about your business, about what you do and why you're doing what you're doing. And then what you then do, because you've got a purpose, you've got your business going, align yourself with people who shares your purpose. Suppose that you've gone to this networking event. Obviously, you're not gonna be working with everybody in that networking event. But what you wanna do, you're gonna look for the people that serve the same purpose as you were. When I started my property investment journey, I had a landlord who was a bit skeptical about working with me, and he wasn't sure if he was going to work with him because obviously I was young and I did not look like him. It was kind of, oh, I'm not going to work with this sort of people. But what I did basically is to ignore all our differences, right? Try to find out what his pain point is, understand how I can help him, and actually communicate that with him convincingly to let him work with me. And I was able to convince him, work with him. I was able to secure his first property, second, third, and I was able to acquire 8 properties from him only because I was able to willingly align myself, understand his purpose and my purpose to see if they both work together. That then enables me to close so many deals. And perhaps you want to offer to work for people for free. Being willing to work free is invaluable. The experience, the knowledge you get from that, and the commitment you get from the person that you're working for free would absolutely outweigh every single thing, because they would commit themselves, they would want to work with you, they want to help you grow and succeed, and they want you to be their protege. So offer these things, because when you offer these things, you're not just learning, you're building relationship, and wherever you struggle in the future, you can tap into that person would also help you resolve whatever issue you have. Number 4 is go big or go home. I love this. When I started my property investment journey, literally, I remember sitting at home writing my goals and looking at them. I set myself to acquire 17 properties in just 1 year. And when I set these goals, I did not have a clue about property investment. I did not know what property was. All I knew was I want to achieve my goals. So I went really big on it. I really went really big. So what I did basically is to try to learn, force myself, put myself on the uncomfort zone in order to get me to do what I set myself to do. Whilst I was doing that, calling, networking, speaking to landlord, getting objections, going back to my objection, learning all these sort of things, I was trying to build my brand at the same time, building strong personal brand to attract customers and investors. So wherever I go, I tell people what I do. Right? I tell them what I do, and I made that to be my own identity. And what I also did by thinking big, right, or go home, is broad of advices. So what I did, I assembled people around me to provide guidance and support. So the landlords I was serving, I was not just serving them, I was also using them to help me gain experience on what they've done. Because clearly, if they've got multiple of properties, they know what I don't know. So I learn about how they manage their properties, how they acquire their properties, what steps they take to acquire all those properties, and then obviously, who are the people they've contacted to help them buy these properties. They've got mortgage brokers, solicitors. I utilize these people to guide me along that way, and then obviously use their support to support me as well. And the other thing I also did is to get people that knows how the legality side of the business to help me structure the business to make it a legally binding business that would be sustainable for a very long time. And the other thing I did is sales. Now, sales is important. I know people don't like to talk about sales. Sales is what gets you to become successful. This is one of the things that you don't want to substitute for anything in your business. Sales and marketing, you want to get involved in this. You want to get your hands dirty in this. Because without sales, you've got no business, okay? So you have to invest in sales. You have to learn how to make sales. So you have to learn how to market yourself, how to make people believe you, how to create authority in your marketplace. And you have to master the art of sales to drive growth and revenue to your business. Because here's the thing, sales is the oxygen of your business. Without sales, your business is nowhere. And here's the thing, be prepared for opportunities and take advantage of them when they arise. And know that business is not something that you do today, skip tomorrow, skip the other day. Business is something that you need to commit on fully. Put your focus, put your energy in it, and know that at the beginning, it might be a little bit tough because you're learning the systems, you're learning the processes, but the time you invest in doing that would be the best investment you would ever make. Implementing these 4 things is what gets me to go from £0 a month to a multi-million pound business. If you want to know how to make sales and offers people feel stupid saying no to them, click on this video to learn how to become a sales machine. So here you go, tell me what business resonates with you. So what sort of business are you thinking of starting? So comment in the comment section below.